AllBall TV.
They scared, but I'm not.
They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.
But we do have Toronto tomorrow, and they were on a streak, holding people by like they were killing the spreads. They won like 3 or 4 games in a row at a certain point. Davion Mitchell was coming around. He just signed a deal with Steph Curry, by the way, for a sneaker deal.
I did see that.
RJ Barrett. Do we? I mean, what are we expecting against Toronto back to back here in the Garden?
Tough. I think this is going to be a tough game. We should get the win. I don't think it's going to be a blowout. You got to remember, we got 2 guys over there that every time they play us, they're going to feel some type of way, and they have every right to. RJ Barrett and Quickly. And Toronto's not a bet, like they're not Charlotte, they're not Washington. So I think, playing back to back, I think it's going to be a tough game. I still would take us to win by, I would say, between 6 and 10 points. But I'm looking for us to play another scrappy game, another back and forth in transition, because like I said, Toronto Raptors have 2 players that's going to always take it personal. And we're going away. It's not like we're at home. So I expect us to win the game, but I expect it to be a semi-dogfight.
Fleet, the Raptors are 8-2 in their last 10. And in their last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games, they're 6-1. So
wow.
They just beat the Clippers. The Clippers were starting to gain some steam. They lost to the Bulls, but they beat the Pelicans, the Wizards, the Hawks back-to-back nights, and they beat the Magic. I mean, not a favorable.
The Hawks have lost like 8 in a row.
Yeah, I think they're all below 500 now. The Magic are below 500. They're missing Jalen Suggs, but keeping with the Raptors, what do you expect tomorrow on a back-to-back night?
Back-to-backs are always tough, no matter what team you are. But especially with our Knicks, back-to-back is tough. We going from here. It's not like we going from here to Boston, from here to Washington, from here to Philly. No, we going from here to Canada. So whatever that trip is like, we got to be focused and ready to go in there and play. Because the way that they're playing basketball right now, they could easily run us off the floor, right? This could easily be one of those games where we're like disappointed in our team for playing so bad against an inferior opponent, right? So we just got to go in there and understand, like, handle business. And from there, just keep stacking wins. That's all I'm about. Keep stacking wins. Building good habits, playing through adversity. That's what this team is going to have to do. That's what we're going to have to do to put it together. It don't, some nights it's not going to look pretty. Tonight, it didn't look pretty. But that fourth quarter was the quarter. Almost a 50 burger in a quarter. So against Toronto, who is playing good basketball, I expect us to get the win. Everybody got to come and play, though. Everybody got to show up. Cat, I need you to be a little more disciplined because we need you down the stretch of these games. Have to be more disciplined. So
I think, and just to piggyback off that Fleet, great point. I need Tibbs to run some plays for Cat down on that post. Let's try to make the game a little easy for him. Like tonight, we got a great win. I'm not complaining about a W because I see somebody in the chat, a win is a win, correct. But when you're playing against a team where you're 4-5 inches pause bigger than everybody on the court, you shouldn't struggle like that. But you're struggling because you're getting the ball on the perimeter. You have a bad thumb. Remember, it's hard for him to hold a ball. If y'all notice how many times, whether it's a rebound or so
that OG, that late game play where it was going back, they was throwing the ball away. Remember when he got rid of that shit so fast.
Yeah.
Because it looked like he didn't want nobody to swipe down at it or do, you know what I'm saying? He got it and got rid of it.
Right. So I think him getting in the first quarter, maybe run a couple plays for him. Get the ball in the post where you dump it into him. Bro, you bigger than everybody, taller than everybody. All you doing is turning around and light jump hook. Whether you make a miss, but I just want Cat tomorrow, like you said, Fleet, just to kind of get back into that MVP mode. But I think tomorrow's gonna be a tough game, and I think it's gonna be another goodie. I don't think it's gonna be as good as tonight, but it's going to be a good game because, like I said, Toronto was a solid, tough team, and they got some guys over there that felt like they shouldn't have got traded. So they're always going to play us tough.
I think the Raptors kind of remind me of, and they've been doing that, like what the Rockets are doing now. When they win the championship, it was all long, athletic dudes. For a long time, for a couple of years, they would lead the league in deflection, stuff like that. We can't let RJ Barrett go crazy. He's been like a point forward the whole season, up and down. Scotty Barnes, we weren't really impressed by him yet. He's not developing his skills. He's super talented, but someone is he top what is he, a top 3 pick? He has to show more than this. He has to show more than this because he wasn't the RJ Barrett top 3 pick. We kind of knew going into the season, RJ Barrett, when we drafted him, going into his career, he didn't have Scotty Barnes type talent. So, after beating the Rockets tonight, which is what the Raptors want to look like, they're a real version of what the Raptors are trying to be. We should smoke them tomorrow. We got to separate. I know it's a back-to-back. It'll be tough, but you got to be able to show them, hey, look, this ain't the back-to-back games against the Hawks. This ain't the Wizards. No, we got a legit MVP candidate again coming into his own. Cat was an MVP candidate before he got hurt. Got to take care of business. It's just Jakob Portal is all right, but Cat got to take advantage. You got to start finishing with the left. Do something with your left hand because I don't know. You get paid millions of dollars, bro. Fuck your thumb.
Bro, we can't listen.
Terrible.
We can't continue. Right, we can't continue to go into these games and allow guys that's 6'6", 6'7", 6'5" to guard Cat, who's 7 foot. That cannot continue to keep happening. Listen, miss me with, I understand Knicks 100 what you're saying, but listen, bro. Some of these teams we can't run up and down with. Got to slow the game up. And, if Cat get double team, you kick it out to the wide open man for the wide open jump shot.
And he's a good passer out the post.
Right.
He's a
He's
passer.
a great passer.
He makes good decisions. He's not a guy. Yes. So I fully agree with you, OG.
Yeah. Like, come on, man. Teams shouldn't be able to get away with playing Lou Dort and Williams on Cat. I'm sorry. Tonight, when Adams was in the game, he guarded him, but I forgot the kid name they was having guarding Cat. That should not be able to happen. Whether you're able to post up or not. Bro, if I'm 7 feet and you're 6'6", bro, I'm not. So, listen, to me, that's what basketball is. You figure out the mismatches, you figure out the things that you're great at, and you go right to it. So for me, Cat, need him to have a big game tomorrow. But I'll take the win. However we can get it, let's get the W.
Yeah, I think that's the only thing about Cat is he's trying to get more comfortable playing the 5 with that post game. Once he starts kicking out, I think he has to kick out fast, and the Knicks got to run better sets or actions. I don't know how you say it, Flea. Like the other guys surrounding Cat when he gets the ball, because they started throwing today. They didn't double the Cat as quickly as the Lakers did. The Lakers double Cat immediately, especially with the further away was from the basket.
Man,
we're gonna make this.
They blitzed both of them, him and Brunson.
Right.
They were blitzing both of them.
And it felt like Cat couldn't get the ball out of the double team quick enough. It's like you got to kick that shit out fast to get to your spot and get the post, entry pass from there. So that's kind of like, Tibbs and them got to talk about that. And that's, I don't know how they can help with that, Flea, real quick.
And we talked about Mitchell Robinson a few minutes ago. What does he unlock for us on the offensive end? Right? We talk about how great Mitch is going to be on the offensive glass. Obviously, the defensive glass just rebounded for us totally and rim protection. But what does he unlock for us on the offensive end? Like I was saying, being a lob threat, right? Being in that dunker position, being able to just catch it and power up and dunk. I'm very curious now to see what he unlocks for Cat, what he unlocks for Brunson, right? Now you gotta look for Mitch now. You already can't find Josh Hart on the offensive glass. You can't find him because you can't box his ass out. Now you got Mitch in the game. You're definitely not going to be able to find Josh Hart. So Mitch really is going to unlock a few different things for us. So I'm definitely curious to see how he unlocks Cat on the offensive end, for real.
Well, real quick before I don't want to forget, I think Mitchell Robinson could unlock the plays that I've seen Cat in Minnesota from the corner. So I keep saying, who can really set a screen like that? once you can set a screen for Cat in the corner and for Bridges in the corner, for Bridges to get to the basket, like I think this unlocks a lot of stuff for Bridges and Cat to get to the spots they want to be in. Again, maybe the Ayton thing was phenomenal for him in Phoenix, and we just, I don't know. He hasn't had this team since then.
All ball suckers.
AllBall TV. They scared, but I'm not. They don't like comentario.
Y suscribe.